The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Coming to you live from Southern California. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Boston Red Sox and the San Diego Padres. Alongside my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shoppy. Thanks for joining us here. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And towing the slab in this one, Nick Pivetta. What do you got on him, Chris?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
All right, ready to get underway. Jarren Duran now at the plate. The 1-1. That one missed.
Third pitch of this ball game, got one right in the zone. But it's called for a ball, man. That's frustrating, but you got to stay focused. Keep making that pitch. You're going to get the strike call.
Out towards left center. Tracks it down for the out. And there's one away. Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
And next for the Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu. Outside corner, there's a strike. Way outside, and that's ball 3. Payoff pitch. High fly ball down the left field line. Carrying well. To the warning track, makes the catch.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Roman.
Here now the Red Sox DH, Roman Anthony. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Good fastball going early until they show they can make some good contact. You keep on throwing the pitch.
Ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that'll do it. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at Petco Park. And getting the start for the Red Sox, Garrett Crochet. And Singy, as you know, he took home the AL Cy Young Award last year.
Well, Boog, he was healthy last year and gained a tremendous amount of confidence. He took a big step forward last season. I think he'll take another one this season.
So digging in now for San Diego, Chris Marshall. Looking for his first big league hit right here. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The next pitch misses, and the count's full. He goes down looking. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
That's out number 2.
Batting third, the right fielder, Fernando.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 1-2 now. And down on strikes he goes, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Scoreless after 1. We move ahead to the top of the second now. So stepping in for Boston, Wilson Contreras. Ball to strike. Fouled off. He was late. Pivetta making his first start of the year. And he was selected to the All-Star game last year. 1-2.
Ball, that's high.
Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson. A consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
Marshall gets it to first and quickly one away in the second.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
Here's Trevor Story now.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, Boo. Things change from game times to your daily routine, but he sure makes the transition look easy.
And now it's filled up. Second inning here, no score. Cronenworth. He takes it on his own. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Marcelo Meyer.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, Marcelo Meyer. Up the middle, and that one handled. Sends it to first. Red Sox go 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado.
Here's a 1-1. High fly ball, right field. Abreu settles underneath it. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 9.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
Cronenworth.
The count 2-1. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Got him swinging for the K. That K is his third of the game. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Two down, nobody on. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. And Xander Bogaerts with a chance to make an impact with 2 away.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those can be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field, you're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
And a swing and a miss. Inside. Ball 3.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
That's a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Back-to-back singles. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Stepping in, Jackson Merrill. Got him looking.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game.
Number 2, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
That misses the zone.
That's the ball.
And the count is 3-1. In the air, right field. Tatis takes it in for the out. And there's one down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Narvaez.
Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's ripped into the outfield. Merrill takes it in for the out. And there's 2 down.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 3, Cedon.
Here's the center fielder, Cedon Rafaela. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
2 down, nobody on. And that's a fair ball. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning.
Batter tried to stretch that one into a double, but he wasn't about to let that happen. Nice job to get to the ball and fire that one into second just in time to get the out and end the inning.
Back here in San Diego, set for the bottom of the third. Freddie Fermin digs in now. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Way out front for strike 2.
Ball.
And that one almost hit him. Here comes a 3-2. On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. And he starts the bottom of the third with a double.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Chris Marshall, the next up for the Padres. Man at second. And that's off the outside edge. 3-1 now. Right through there for a strike. Crochet, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Stays alive. Payoff pitch. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. The throw in. The tag, and he's in there. And it's 1-0. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit. His first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Here's Ramon Laureano. The 1-1. And that's a little bit high. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Late swing, fouled off. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. There's a line drive to left field. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Padres, the right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
1 out, man at first. In steps El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr. The 1-1. And he swings through that one. Step off, throw to first.
No.
Marshall dives back in safely. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Here's Manny Machado.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this. Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here on opening day. This one in the air, right field. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. Just missed. Out towards right center field. Abreu under it and makes the grab. 2 down.
Up next for the Padres, the first baseman, number 9.
Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. First and second, 2 down here in the last half of the 3rd. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, he left that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. 3 innings complete. It's the Padres 1 and the Red Sox nothing. It's the game of the week on MLB The Show.
So this why I lose my conglomerate. Surrounded by broadcast, ran through the car.
As we go to the top of the fourth. So stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him swinging. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox.
Wilyer Abreu.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Abreu wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. So the call will stand. Still one challenge left for them. The Red Sox down by a run. Top half of inning number 4. That misses the zone. And now 3-2. And that's ball 4.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated hitter, Roman Anthony.
One gone, runner at first. Now here's the Red Sox DH, Roman Anthony. This one in the air, center field. Merrill should have this one. Out, number 2.
Up next for the Red Sox, the first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Here's a 1-1. High fly ball out towards left field. That's got a chance. Out of here. Wilson Contreras blasts one out. His first homer of the year, and the Red Sox jump in front. It's 2-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you gotta love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Here's Trevor Story. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. On the ground. Throw over to Cronenworth, and Story is out. And that'll do it. 2 runs for Boston on the home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. This is the game of the week on MLB The Show. Back here at Petco Park. So here's the Padres DH, Miguel Andujar. The 1-1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And the batter will be Xander Bogaerts. The 1-2.
That's a foul ball.
He's going off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Now this is a rocket to left. He's got it.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Next to hit, Freddie Fermin. Swings through that one out in front that time. Tying run is at first here on opening day. In the air, center field. Rafaela coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. We're headed to the fifth. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Padres 1. We hope you're enjoying the game of the week on MLB The Show. Ready now for the fifth inning. So stepping in for Boston, Marcelo Meyer. And a 1-1. Well struck right field. Bangs off the wall. Throws to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Can't make contact with the sweeper. Man at second. Swing and a miss. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. Ball to strike. The pitch. Oh, great stop to first, and they get the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And the batter now, Ceddanne Rafaela. Man on second, 2 down. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that is that. One left for the Red Sox. They lead it 2-1.
Now pitching for the Red
Back
Sox.
now to start the bottom of the fifth and taking over on the mound, Justin Slayton.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Chris Marshall getting ready to hit. Slayton, a 6'4" righty, 29 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2019. Line drive down the line, and it's foul. 2-2 on the way. Curve in the dirt. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 3-2. And that one in the air center field. Rafaela settles under it, and there's one down. He's been such a tough out lately. That one almost felt like a surprise.
Up next for the Padres.
Laureano comes up to hit.
Laureano.
1-2 here. Got him. 2 gone now. Fernando Tatis
Up next
Jr.
for
to
the
hit here.
Padres, the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
2 down, nobody on. And ball 4
Ball four,
there.
take your
Ty
base.
run is on base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Right through there for a strike. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Sonny Gray getting ready to go. Moran, the lefty, warming up as well. On the ground to third. Play made, that ends the inning. 1 left for San Diego, and they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
I ain't trying to do too much. I'm trying to stay tapped in, yeah. Chase you up, I don't need distractions, yeah. Connected, I'm obsessed with manifesting. The guest list, I'm only worried about my checklist. Probably spent 6 on my family's expenses. Money made the memory, so I do not regret. Feeling like I'm God's best investment. I don't got no time to pass it. Paris Fashion Week, they asking me if we can.
Jaron Duran, the next to hit.
The left fielder, Jaron Duran.
Ball to strike. Hit on the ground to the right side. Cronenworth steps on the bag, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
So up next, Wilyer Abreu.
Ball.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Adrian Morejon, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Morgan, the right-hander, loosening up as well. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated hitter, Roman.
2 down, base is empty. Here now the Red Sox DH, Roman Anthony. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Not in time.
Hey, he's in
safe.
there.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Here's Contreras now. He had a big swing back in the 4th, the 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, dude. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Misses the sweeper.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Anthony off of first with 2 away. And it remains 2-2. Next offering is down low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And down on strikes. 3rd out. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they still lead it 2-1. Back here in San Diego, and now the first baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Number 9, Jake Cronenworth.
The 1-1. That's a strike. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Garrett Whitlock, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Colomb also throwing. 1-2 now.
That's a really good take.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Oh, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Here's Miguel Andujar. Right side, Contreras. The flip to the pitcher covering. 2 away.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Justin Slate gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for Boston,
Sonny Gray
number
comes on
54,
now, getting
Sonny
ready to make his season debut. And here is Xander Bogaerts. 1-1 now.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here on opening day. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Jackson Merrill in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss, and now it's 3-2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Padres go down quietly. They're down 2-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Adrian Morejon.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. Trevor Story comes up to the plate.
Story.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. That one 95 to finish him off. So digging in, Marcelo Meyer.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
So up next, Carlos Narvaez. The 1-1.
That's a ball.
Right through there for a strike. Meyer off of first with 2 away. Base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
The center fielder, number 3.
Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. Two on, 2 outs. Late with the swing there. That's too low.
Ball.
And the count is 2-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. Boston strands a pair as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead.
Now pitching for the Red
We're
Sox.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Danny Coulombe.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Center fielder, number 3, Jackson.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one fouled off. Here's a 1-2. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. It's got a chance. Gone. And we are tied.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Freddie Fermin will hit next. That's in there, and the count 1-2.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom of the 7th. That one inside. Look out. Two. Gets a piece and stays alive. Good eye right there.
That's the ball.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a payoff pitch. Three-two now. Got him swinging. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Here's the second baseman, Chris Marshall. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Got to be happy with this one. Second hit in his MLB debut. And most guys are happy just to get that first hit out of the way, but he looks like he can hang at this level.
Next for the Padres, Ramon Laureano. The 1-1. Swing and a ground ball, and it's just foul. That was close. Man at second. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. It's their second home run of the inning, and they jump in front in the seventh. It's 4-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Danny Coulombe won't go any further. Two-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
Giovanni Moran gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
One down. Stepping in for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. Here's a 1-1.
That's the ball.
Well, you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
This one smacked out to left center. And there's two down.
Up next for the Padres, the third baseman, number 13.
Manny Machado up to the plate.
Machado.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 4-2. This is MLB The Show's Game of the Week. The 8th inning is coming your way next.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Padres,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jeremiah Estrada.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Back to the top of the order now. Now batting Jaron Duran. Here's a 1-1.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Next to hit, Wilyer Abreu. This one in the air, center field. Merrill gets under it. and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated.
And next is the designated hitter, Roman Anthony. Estrada, 28 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2017. Gets him to chase after that one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. They trail it here 4-2.
Now pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Greg Weisser ready to make his season debut. Leading off, Jake Cronenworth.
Padres, the first baseman, number 9, Jake Cronenworth.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Fouled off to the right. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Tied him up on a fastball inside. Now it's the DH, Miguel Andujar.
The designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Inside corner for a strike, and the count's even at 2. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Garrett Whitlock, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. That is the inning. Nothing doing there for the Friars, but they still lead this one 4-2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Mason Miller. A chance at his first save of the year. Here comes Wilson Contreras. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
That's high.
Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That's towards center. Merrill under it. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, number 10. Here's
Story now. Miller, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup.
Nope, ball.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And now 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. Got him looking. Only 1 out left for the Red Sox.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Now, Marcelo Meyer, On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Safe. And that's his third hit.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. Really important at bat coming up now.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up next for the Red Sox. The tying run at the plate. They're down to their final strike. Comes a 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Miller. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm.
Yeah.